I have a soft spot for Robert Buchanan, Al Smoller, and Lance Hellman. Thanks to them, we're all gathered here tonight. Also, chapeau to other passionate and persistent individuals like Michael and Cherry Scott. I wonder if these founder fathers expected in their furthest dream that their initiative would last as long and capable to motivate so many North American Citroën enthusiasts. If I'm too long, yes, an information for you. I stack little bags full of stones under your seat, you can check. And if I'm too long, you open the bag and you throw the stones. You will understand. Thank you. I was amused by the shoebox that Michael and Cherry inherited from Dan that permitted the sit-in to carry on. 25 years, a quarter of a century, what determination, what personal investment. It's absolutely magnificent. Thank you to both of them. I know for a fact that there were private importation of brand new Citroën settings and two cities here in America. This is highly indicative of the love affair between Citroën and the new continent. In my many trips around the planet, I noticed often the presence of cities, two cities, big instructions, and of course, dealers that definitely have a considerable impact on different populations, such as in Asia, Australia, and South America. But let me come back to USA and remember with you the 12th ICCR. That was the only one organized outside Europe. What you did, what you all did, was a formidable accomplishment, to say the least. You succeeded in a unique challenge that definitely says a lot on your American know-how. And everything is possible attitude. Also, this ICCR permitted to a good group of Europeans to cross over the pond, and by osmosis, their automobile collector mentality was somewhat modified. For many European enthusiasts, that 12th ICCR in Amherst was a wonderful excuse they were looking for to discover this country that they dreamt about for so long. To drive their beloved old Citroën on American roads was a moment to remember. I spoke lately with a Belgian friend, Eric Danas, that came not far from here in his 1932 venerable Rosalie HHP. He was very proud of that adventure. That American ICCR left quite an impression on everyone's spirit. I also heard about your Citroën Rendezvous in Saratoga for my friends Louise and Richard Boudrias, who, as a result, influenced my decision to join you. I can easily understand their enthusiasm when I look at you and see your beautiful Citroëns. I can actually feel your passion. And if you allow me, for the moment the stones are still in the bag, I would like to tell you some words about the Amicale Citroën International, the International Citroën Amicale. Please, I will try to be as short as possible. I am represented here tonight, and I'm here to tell you that we want to be efficient and not only focused on Europe. I traveled a lot, I organized many trips all around the planet, and I want you to know that the ACA will open its eyes, will open its mind to the other countries, other continents, and we will meet you, we will come and meet you as soon as possible. That's my mission, thank you. You know, for the moment, the ACA is represented in 33 countries, not only in Europe. It is an access to more than 1,000 clubs in the world, in many major Citroën markets. It represents more than 65,000 organized members. Each country network is represented by 2 delegates. We need delegates. The new worst members, for your information, Ireland, Turkey, Croatia, New Zealand. I knew some delegates of New Zealand, for instance. They belong to my own little association, Action Sans Frontières. We also expect to welcome China, South America, we have friends also there, and Asia, we have also friends there. Our task now is, do you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it okay for you? Yeah? Okay. I'll finish soon. We have a proven partnership.
Excuse me. If your conversation is more important than what this man is trying to say to us, maybe you could step outside of the room. You're being very rude. I've been coming here for 33 years, and your behavior is appalling. So either take it outside or shut up.
Okay, thank you for your patience. I'm a little long, but I want to explain you something. The partnership with Citroën. You love Citroën, and you represent Citroën here. Thank you. You know, I'm French, and it's really emotional for me. Really emotional. You cannot imagine. Because I see so many Citroëns outside. Not only speaks French, but so many persons. You speak another. I'm so used to see so DS tractions, 2 series, etc. And you're not French. You're American. I congratulate you. Thank you for what you do. It's so wonderful. So wonderful. I admire you. Really. It comes from my heart, you know. About the partnership with Citroën. It's a long-term national and international relationships between Amicale and Citroën. We have grown stories success over the years, but I don't want to bother you. We just want to tell you that we must communicate. I was explaining this afternoon that perhaps we could imagine a system allowing to the other continents to know what you do, or letting you to know what the other continents do. For instance, I have some friends in Argentina. In Argentina there is a group, very big club. The Citroën Club of Argentina is really efficient too, like you. And they organize once a year a big meeting in Rosario. It is the starting point of the Dakar, not far from Buenos Aires. I went there with some friends who are here and a group of Russians to visit South America. And I was even dreaming why I know that some Argentinians would be able, if they were aware that if they knew what you do, I'm sure that some Argentinian Citroën lovers would come here, with or without their Citroën, to visit you. And why not some American or Canadian Citroën lovers wouldn't go in Argentina for the big Citroën meeting? It is so nice to live. Of course it costs a little, but we may organize. Something else, and I have almost finished. We want to refabricate, to rebuild new old parts for Citroëns. So all the clubs of the world are going. We know it's difficult. Thank you for that, but it's a challenge. But we know that we need so many new parts. Sometimes the quality is not there, and Citroën wants to rebuild spare parts, and we must know the needs. So, the questionnaire, comment on dit questionnaire, Richard, en anglais? The questionnaire will be sent to the clubs of the world so that they can tell us what they need. And I cross my fingers, but perhaps we'll be able to rebuild new old parts. I finished, but I want also remind you that in 3 years we'll have altogether a wonderful anniversary, 1 century of Citroën. The president of the Amicale Citroën France, Alain Duret, is in charge to organize this event in France. We are trying to imagine some strategies so that this event, certainly the only one, will live together, but for the 2nd century it will be more difficult for us. But we are imagining some strategies to make something wonderful in Paris. Alain Duret allowed me to tell you that we'll have the Grand Palais in Paris. Remember, the Grand Palais was the beautiful building with the Eiffel structure, Gustave Eiffel structure, metallic structure, where the first Salon de l'Auto were organized, and where André Citroën introduced in 1919 his Type A. We are trying to buy the most beautiful Type A in the world, totally in original condition. We don't know. I don't know if it will be possible, but perhaps you'll see this car in Paris, because you will come, and we will welcome you. Thank you, merci. Thank you for your patience and warm greeting.
Okay, chatterbacks, folks.
Go back.
Go back, yeah, go back. I just want to bring up the chauffeurs of Rendezvous 2016. You're probably sick of me, but David Hassett-Levy. Myself. Toph Westfall, also Chris. And Tim Kinnell is our web guru, created our website, our online registration. All 4 of us have been working together very hard behind the scenes since last year, which this time last year we did not know we would be doing. So we thank you guys, each one and all, because we couldn't have done it without you. Your help, your input, your volunteerism. I'm going to give the microphone to David to thank you a bit more, and we will shortly be announcing our winners for the silent auction.
So one of the things when four of us said, hey, we'll keep this going somehow, one of the things we didn't know is how much work it would be. And what we quickly found out is it's a lot for us, but there's a lot of you that help out. And just to give you an idea, there's at least 10 people standing behind each one of us helping us out. We put a little checkbox when folks registered to say, hey, do you want to volunteer? And we watched people checking the box and checking the box. And we watched people giving money and filling up these tables up here with things for everyone to bid on, and we get the proceeds for that. We have the hollow bars sit out here and handle the junk of the trunk table and hand us a pile of cash at the end of the day. It's unreal. We walk around selling raffle tickets and there's more giving. It's really quite special. We also are really amazed that nearly 300 people have been here over the weekend. We've had close to 160 cars, which are numbers that are just astounding. And for us to, like Michaela said, not know that we were going to be doing this time last year, to having an event like this is pretty fantastic. And like Michaela said, we're going to try to keep the announcement short, but I just want to relay one last one. You know, sitting at the registration booth at the table today, and somebody came up and said, oh, I haven't registered yet, I need to register. No problem, I get him going, and he says, oh, you know, thank you, this is great, you know, it's wonderful that you guys are doing this, you know, thanks again. And then he said to me, it's a thankless job. And I said, well, you've just thanked me about a half dozen times, and that's only one of 300, and it feels like everybody in this room has come up at one point or another, thanked us, asked if they could help out, giving us words of encouragement. We get them through emails, we get them through notes in the mail. I was the one who was getting the envelopes if you sent something in, and it seemed like 80 or 90% of them had a little written note to say thanks for what you're doing, or words of encouragement, or anything along those lines, and it's really, really pretty amazing. I think it's one of the reasons, and I suspect a lot of you will agree with me, that this is the best weekend out of the year. We get to come together, we get to see friends that maybe we only see this weekend out of the year. We have a good time, and we get to see a lot of cars that we love. So thank you all for coming. And we'll start announcing silent auction winners shortly.
Okay, silent auction winners, bear with me, we have a lot of prizes, you know that. Some of you have, please give me your attention, some of you have bid on multiple items, so it's kind of hard to coordinate that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around the table, I'm going to read the winning bidder for the item. When we're all done, I'm going to ask the winning bidders to come forward and pick up the bid sheets for the items that they have been told that they want. I won't read the item name, because it'll be here all night long. Come up to the cashier table here and pay, and then we'll allow you to go and pay and pick up your items. All right? Sounds like a plan? Okay, here we go. Listen up. Okay, the first...
Would you mind, Robert, can I humiliate you a little bit? Robert, would you mind opening that up? I was racking my brain for what to do besides a bottle of champagne. So what I did was ask people to send me t-shirts and sew them into a sort of pseudo quilt for the years that you ran the event. Not every year, I couldn't quite get it all together. But it's two-sided. You can wear it, you can read books in the winter, use it as a pillow. Kim Walker. Love to humiliate you too. Can you hold yours up for everyone to see?
Show it. Just show it.
Michael. Where are you? Michael. I know you refused to send me shirts, Michael, so you had me frantic. Frantic. I wasn't going to let you off the hook that easy, though. And nice bag. Yeah, they're very heavy. Guaranteed to keep you warm. No, children of the Rendezvous. That's us. Dave, Michael. Yeah.
Thank you. Merci. Merci à tous. Thank you all.
Dad, since it was your harebrained idea in the first place, along with the others, you can't get out of it either. The very first, 1976. No, 79. 2016. 77. How you going now?
Parts.
I have no parts for you.
You can recover the chaperone.
So like David said, I was, in terms of people helping in the community, solidarity, I put the word out, I was looking for shirts, and Dave Burnham, Dave, you must come up because you sent me over 100, or maybe 150. So I need you too. Jamie said not to give them back. You're getting them back. One for each of you, Jamie. That leaves us People's Choice. And Judy Ryder was awesome in coming up for the best gifts for People's Choice. So Toph and Judy are going to be announcing and giving the award.
Yes, hello everyone, thank you and welcome to the People's Choice Awards. You may have noticed, through the magic of modern technology and our computer whiz, Tim Kinnell, we had serial numbers on all of the placards this year to make voting easier. Next year, maybe we'll get some information technology to help the counting get a little bit easier, because a couple of friends of mine and I were under the tent for some time tallying them all up. And we've got the results. We are going to start with the early single headlight D. This one was a nail biter. We're starting with the most exciting of all of them. It was very close between two different people, but by 2 votes, it went with number 128, Dave Agar's 1966.
I'd like to thank everybody. You know, I'm the new guy on the block, and there's no greater honor than I could have to be honored by all of you this way. So I'm really
Bravo!
Now, on to the later D, double headlight models. This one was close across the board. There was a lot of votes for a lot of cars, but the one that came out on top was Gabriel Bandy's 1968. By 1 vote.
Sorry, we can do a quick interruption. We have a lost set of keys.
Oh, did anybody find a set of car keys for a 72 white SM?
The SM key is the foldable one. If anyone found a key lying around, I think Kenji's got it. Excellent, thank you.
Okay, we are now on to the 2CV and truckette. This one was not even close. This was a blowout. This was a gigantic blowout of global proportions. It went to Daniela Bellinger's 1959.
Difficult to me to speak in English because it's emotional. So Stéphane, translated. Thank you. Merci beaucoup à tout le monde. Mais je voudrais dire que c'est surtout pour Michel, qui a été à l'origine de ce projet-là. Merci.
So, Daniel, I want to tell you a big thank you to all of us, and to explain how emotional it is for her. This car has been built for the last 2 years by Michel, his husband, who left us this year. He was there with her last year in Saratoga. He told me so many times about this event, and I think you can understand how important it is for her, because she drove from Montreal with the truckette that Daniel has rebuilt alone for the last 2 years. Michel, sorry, has rebuilt alone for the last 2 years, and to elect this car as the winning car is really, really important for her. So she'd like to thank you again. Very much.
Okay, our next category is the Ami and Diane. Not a lot of options in this category, and it turns out also to have been a decisive victory for our own Kim Walter, and it's 1972. Okay, now the Mahari and H-Band, a combined category. And it wound up going to the H-Band, Paul Riccardi. Mahari, I'm sorry, the Mahari. I beg your pardon, I'm having a, who's the guy who did the Miss America? There we go. Still a few buttons in the system. Now the SM. Oops, this was another blowout. There were quite a decisive victory for Angus MacDonald with his 1971. Okay, now on to the GS/GSA, another smaller category. This one goes to Ron Stroud. Okay, now on to the CX/CXA. A lot of beautiful cars, a lot of them got quite a number of votes, but the winner goes to Kevin Royer with his 1976. We have now the XM/C6, which I think was an unopposed category. Bear with me as I butcher the name. Jerome Pedinga? May have already left us. Okay, now, what I consider to be a rather special award for the oldest cars that we have participating in the Traction Allowance. We had a number of beautiful cars again today, many of which garnered quite a number of votes, but this was also a rather decisive. And again, my apologies, Jean-Jacques Saint-Pépin in his 1955.
Thank you. Well done.
Okay, we've got a couple more for our friends around the continent before we get on to the Best in Show award. We have first our other French non-Citroën. This went back and forth between a couple of vehicles, but it wound up with the perennial Paul Brown's Panhard. A category that is close to me, European non-French, because I have quite a variety of European cars, French and otherwise. So this is one that I always enjoyed seeing. Now, those of you who are checking out the show field gotta know, it was between the Volvo and the Saab. You had to know. Any guesses? Any speculation? Both. It was, it wasn't a blow-up, but it was decisive for Andy Pickett Saab Sonnet, 1969.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the Best in Show. Sorry, another Steve Harvey moment. Non-European. We had a couple of competitors in this one, but it went to Manny with the Toronado. Okay, now we've come to the Best in Show. Okay, which is good because this is an important award. There are so many wonderful cars here. I mean, we love our cars. We have a wide variety of cars in a wide variety of conditions, and it's so wonderful to see all of them here. I think it's a special moment to acknowledge the one that the people have chosen to be the best of them all. And I hope it doesn't become too emotional of a moment because Danielle Bellinger, your 1959 Truckette, is the best in the show. Thank you.
most beautiful. But because Michel works a lot as a patient. Okay.
I'm a microphone hawk. It's 40 years. I'd like a show of hands. No, stand up if you've been to all 40 rendezvous. Never mind us up front. Good. All right, standing already. Michael, Lance. All 40.
And Michael's driving the car that he drove 40 years ago. Still has it. So with that, we want to see also who's been here for over 30 years. Stand up, stand up. Excellent. Now let's go to the other end of the spectrum and let's see who's been here the first time. Who are all our rookies? Excellent. That's fantastic. And we not only have just rookies, but we also have folks who've traveled from Europe, we have folks who've traveled from Florida, we've got guys who've flown in from California, not to mention everybody who drove down from Canada and from all over the northeast of the U.S. It's really a testament to how great this weekend is and what we've all done over the years to make it better and better. We just want to say, the four of us up here, everybody else who helped, and all of you in the room, thank you very much. It's been a phenomenal weekend. We got another day tomorrow. We'll be back at the Springs tomorrow morning for breakfast at 8:30, and we'll be back. Some of us will be back there tonight. I'm going to sleep. You guys have fun. We'll see all of you in the morning. And Brad looks like he wants to run. But just real quick, we'll be back at the Springs tomorrow. We'll have a little breakfast for folks who want to go on the drive. Art Harvey, who's out here somewhere, has put together a fantastic ride. We hope a lot of you can join him on it. For those of you who want to take a break, that's well deserved. And then tomorrow evening, for those of you who have signed up, we do have a Sunday dinner, again back at the Springs at 5 o'clock. And Brad, you can take the mic.
I'm only going to speak for a moment. I would like to speak on behalf of the vendors. I'd like those vendors who support this and who were here today in the tent to please rise. I'd like you to know that the vendors weren't exactly sure what was going to happen this year either. And I'm going to tell you that I think I can speak for all of us that we were very, very pleased with the organization and how they handled things. That tent out there was the best thing that ever happened. And we're all very happy. And I think I can speak for everyone who is a vendor. We appreciate your business, not only here at the Rendezvous, but all year long. We are trying to do our best to keep the Citroëns alive in the United States. You're doing a great job. 160 cars on that show field is a testament to that. But the vendors want to thank you for your support all year long and for having us here this weekend. Thank you very much.
I'm going to take the microphone one last time and close out the evening with a huge thanks for Chris and David and Michaela and Tim for doing an Chris, and David and Mikhail and Tim for doing an amazing job this year. Thanks very much.
probably was not really well known to everyone. Citroën's at Carlisle, which is every May, for the last 2 years has had a parts quiz. And it's usually about 25 parts. And I try to make it as hard as I can, but also manageable. Could I have everyone's attention, please? Anyhow, if you took the test in Carlisle, you did not get a chance to take it again. So I can tell you that the top person, Carlisle or Rendezvous, and not surprisingly, was Dave Berman. That being said, we had 2 people tied for second. And there were 42 possible points that you could get. Dave got 36. The 2 who got 34 each were Carter and Lon Price. The next 2 with 33 points each were Rich Hollowall and Ken Nelson. And then the next person was representing Europe, and it was Bert Larson with 32. Now one last score that was above 30. It's the last one I'm going to give out. And this was a person who has only been in the Citroën community for, I think, 3 years. And he got 31 of 42. And that was Paul Anderson from Pennsylvania. And for closing, I'll ask this. I'd ask to go, for all of you to give input to the organizers. I'm sure that this is something that we're going to do every year at Carlisle. If you want to see it here again next year, I'll be glad to bring it, and we'll try to let everyone know so that more people can participate. So thank you for taking part, and congratulations to everyone who took the test.
Thank you all.